While the UK government is telling us to work longer hours, studies are showing that working fewer hours gives you more opportunities to rank up in the company. Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this channel, we'll talk a lot about how to boss your life, career, and mindset. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, subscribe right here. I've recently been having some conversations with people about how they can leave work on time. And then this article showed up in the UK. This is the advice the UK government gave us on how to tackle rising living costs. And really simply, the advice boils down to either work more hours or get a higher paying job. Now, this is really interesting because one, working more hours doesn't always give you more money because not everybody is on a hourly rate. Usually people in the UK don't get paid for overtime in a lot of higher paying jobs. And of course, not to mention all the things about well-being and mental health that's at the forefront of everybody's minds in this day and age. And as if we needed any more evidence of that part, here's a Harvard Business Review study that talks about how people actually nowadays want to work fewer hours, even if it means less money, because they're doing more meaningful work. Here's another study about how working fewer hours is actually leading to higher opportunities within the companies. So in what meaningful way is the advice from the UK government for us to work longer hours valid? So unless you are paid on an hourly basis, I suggest you ignore this advice from the UK government and instead listen to this. First of all, we've got to realize that you get paid based off of the value that you can add. So you think about the levels that are in different organizations, the reason that managers get paid more than junior entry-level positions is because they bring more value to the firm, i.e. they grow their bottom line, or they grow their top line, or they help grow the business in some other way, or they bring their past experience and other expertise to increase the business value in some way. That's why they get paid more. If you're a junior person, you are being invested in to learn more and develop your skill set until you become solely valuable to the company. And when you do that, hopefully you get promoted, and then that's how you can start earning more money. Now, the reality is the job for life, the whole thing is kind of dead. So instead of just relying on getting promoted in the same company, the advice that I would give you, which is the same advice that I got when I was first starting, was every 2 years, compare your situation to what you could have. So you got to ask yourself these 3 questions. 1, am I satisfied with the level of challenge I'm facing in this company? Right? So is there enough growth opportunities for you? Number 2, am I being compensated enough for the value that I'm bringing to the firm? This can be a little bit subjective. It's a little bit about how you feel your worth. Like, are you getting paid enough for the amount of work you're putting in? And you can even compare it to other companies in your area. There's companies like Glassdoor or Trustpilot and a few others, even LinkedIn, where you can look at salary comparisons between other firms and what they're paying for your level, and you can see whether you're being compensated fairly or not. So I'd recommend checking out some of these tools, and I'll leave the links to them down below. Number 3, and this is a really crucial one, is do I see myself growing further in this company? But here's a rule of thumb for me. If your answer to 1 out of 3 of those questions is a yes, then maybe you can start looking at other opportunities. Or what I would recommend you do instead is, whichever area is lacking of the 3 questions, maybe speak to your manager, maybe speak to HR or whoever else is responsible for your workload within that company, because they might be able to give you opportunities inside the company to grow. Actually, this is something that a lot of people forget about, is that the company themselves could have opportunities for you to expand. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean you got to instantly quit and go somewhere else. You can think about how you can go in different areas in the same company. And that could also give you the promotion and the more pay that you're after. We'll let this plane pass by. But if 2 out of the 3 questions are a no, then it's really time. You need to speak to your manager or someone else right now, or you need to start looking outside the company for opportunities for you to explore. And here's a reality check, right? If you do explore outside, and actually based on the skill set that you have, you don't think there is opportunity for you out there, then maybe you need to just gain more skills and become more valuable to the marketplace. That's how you need to gain more money, and that's fine. You need to take that reality check and accept it. Because a lot of people you see on YouTube and other social media just talking about how, oh yeah, you can get rich quick, you can just go start a business, you can become rich. All of those things may or may not be true. I can't tell for them. But from my personal experience, what I've seen is that's not necessarily the case, right? If you don't become valuable in the marketplace, you can't start a business selling value, because really the world really the world will value the skill set that you can bring to it. So the more valuable you can be in some way, the better your skills are, i.e., the more money you can make. And of course, if the answer to all three of those questions is no, it's time to leave. It's not time to stay there and negotiate at a different level. It's time to leave. But even if you leave, in order to get more money, you have to be willing to ask for it. And of course, there's ways to ask for more money and negotiate in a better way so you can get paid fairly and not fall into the trap of employer or recruitment agency trying to push you down for the amount of money you can ask for. But that's a whole another video for another day. And in order to get a better paying job, you need to be more skillful or more valuable in some way. So either look into yourself and draw out some of the value that you've gained over the years that you've been working. And if you haven't been working for that long, then you need to either invest in courses or training that can give you more of those experiences and skills that you need, or you just need to ask for more opportunities within the company that you're in order to increase the experience that you have. No matter how valuable your skills are or how good your CV looks on paper, unless you can articulate yourself well, you will not be getting that higher pay that you deserve. Right? Unless you can negotiate that terms, unless you can hold your ground, unless you can be assertive in how you communicate, whether it be directly with the companies or with recruiters, it's tough. So make sure you find ways to increase your own confidence and increase your communication skills that's going to make you ultra valuable in the company, regardless of which company you go for, or even if you want to start your own business. Everything comes down to your ability to communicate yourself, your services, and your skill set better than anybody else. And if you need help with any of these things, feel free to reach out to me, by the way. I've got my social links down below, and I'm happy to chat to any of you about all of these things and just help you along your way, because I realize that the resources that they need aren't really available readily anywhere. So if that's something that you like in your life, hit me up down below, because I'm happy to have a chat with you. And if you enjoyed this video, of course, give it a like, subscribe to my content to see more videos just like this that'll help you boss your life, career, mindset, body, all that stuff. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.